Strickland will probably get fucked up by Khamzat. He called him a terrorist. He can't fucking wait for his Khamzat versus Strickland.
How good did he look against Fluffy?
Strickland's gonna get taken down, but he's so well versed on getting up in his cardio. That third, fourth, and fifth round, if he keeps getting up, defend the submissions, that's when it gets interesting.
He's so hard to hit. He does so many sneaky things on the feet.
Yeah, no way Khamzat's gonna fucking stand with him.
Khamzat can strike too, though. Did you see the video of Khamzat striking with Khalil?
No, Strickland can fucking
drag him to the ground.
He's got great striking. Why would you take a chance?
But here's why you can try to stand with Strickland, because he's not a knockout artist.
You know, I had Drakus on Unfiltered the other day.
Yep.
And he's an intelligent guy, man. He's not a guy that doesn't do his homework. And he was just saying about everybody talks about how aggressive Khamzat is, and he goes, watch his fight in Kamaru Usman the second round. Over 3 minutes of him just standing
there.
He's like, he's not going to be able to do that to me. He's going to be working, trained so fucking hard that he puts out everything in that 5 minutes. That 1 minute gets him right back. It's almost like he approaches that at like 5 different. I looked, my producers gave me his bio and everything, and I'm like, dude, he started his first entry into martial arts was at 5 years old doing judo. And his second discipline was at 12 years old doing wrestling. I mean, it's not like he's not a grappler. Everybody's just so used to him fucking throwing his bombs and his kicks.
Well, I'm on your side with this. We had that talk last night.
I mean,
he's a monster.
Yeah.
And there's guys, and you know this because you work with Merab. There's guys that reach this level of discipline and they achieve a bar that he can go out there and fight full blast. Which is what's weird to when you watch him fight. Like sometimes it doesn't look as clean.
He looks like he's mouth breathing, but he just keeps the same pace.
A lot of that was the earlier fights before he got his nose fixed. So he got his nose fixed.
All right.
So he changed everything, and then went on a tear after that. That's when he crushed Whitaker.
I have a big strength advantage over him. Yeah, he's going to be the better wrestler, but I just think that Drakus is going to be able to weather the storm and then come out the other side, and it's going to be a problem. And if Khamzat comes in, people are talking about him fighting at it.
Arman said the problem was Khamzat overtrained for every fight, and he would always come into fights worn out. And that was the difference between working with Calavita. That they're monitoring his actual recovery. They're making sure they're doing everything scientifically. Calavita, I think his background is in cycling. Like it was in endurance sports.
Yeah. I'm familiar. I'm familiar with him. I know who he's. I know he was TJ's guy.
Nobody knows more about cardio than cyclers because it's all cardio.
Gilbert and Kamaru Usman. He had the exact amount of time. He goes for 3 minutes and whatever seconds he was just standing in front of him. Bro, he was saying that for both guys.
Kamaru was coming on strong in that third round.
I know. He was coming on strong.
If that was a 5-round fight, I bet the betting would shift. I bet
for sure. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He started coming on at the end of the second.
Yes.
He started to.
Yes.
Yeah.
The third round, it was
last
like
half of the
clear.
fight was all Usman, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, but it is impressive the way that motherfucker can shoot from halfway.
Joe Rogan just predicted Chimaev will absolutely kill Sean Strickland at UFC 328. And when Rogan says kill, he's not talking about a close decision or lucky punch. He's talking about complete and total domination.
Like, I don't know, do you know Pat Downey?
Yes.
All right, well, I've known him since he's a little kid, and he was in Khamzat's camp and said, he said his wrestling, wrestling is, like, real good. He said he's got top-notch wrestling.
Here's what nobody's talking about. Chimaev started judo at 5 years old, wrestling at 12. While everyone's obsessed with his knockout power, it's this grappling base that could be the kill switch against Strickland.
He said we probably both did better with each other than you would think. Like, he did better with wrestling and I did better with the jiu-jitsu. He said, but he said the guy's a beast. He said he's strong. He said he's a high-level wrestler.
Schaub was down there watching him train, and they asked Schaub, to spar with him. He's like, "Fuck you."
Strickland's takedown defense has improved, sure, but he's never faced a grappler with Chimaev's combination of strength and technique. This gives Khamzat multiple paths to victory, even if the striking isn't going his way.
Speed is a factor. It's a big factor with his hand speed. He's, people forget because like what he did to Kevin Holland, the way he could ragdoll guys on the ground, but what he did to Gerald Meerschaert is pretty fucking spooky too.
That's a really good punch. Really good punch.
But here's where it gets interesting. Look at what happened with Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman. Both natural welterweights pushed Chimaev to his absolute limits. Usman took that fight on short notice and still made it competitive.
very well-rounded guy.
He's fucking good standing up, man. Yeah. He's good standing up, and that's where it's going to be weird. That's where I want to see, because Duplessis makes everybody look.
If 170-pounders could weather the initial storm, what does that mean for a naturally bigger middleweight like Strickland? This is the question that could make or break Rogan's prediction.
If you don't want to cheat, you can bend the rules, because it's not cheating.
I mean, Khamzat is when he gets on top of somebody, man. You definitely don't see guys getting them off of you. So,
well, when you got a guy who's got, I mean, that actually might not be a bad idea. Giving them those tracksuit things
to get warm up with it
might not be a bad idea, because you totally can do that. Like, no one can stop you from doing that.
Whitaker was defending okay when he was down there. Well, I mean, everybody remembers his teeth getting shattered, but before that, he wasn't defending
likely he would have survived, because Kamaru survived.
Strickland's durability is legendary. His granite chin and volume striking make him a nightmare in those deep championship waters where Chimaev's cardio has been questioned before.
Have a decent guard, because he don't like it. When Gilbert started moving his hips, he said, "Nah, I'm out of here."
Gilbert's actually really world-class jiu-jitsu.
Oh, hell
yeah,
Gilbert's
world-class. Yeah, Gilbert's dangerous as fuck everywhere. You know, it was interesting watching him roll with Rockhold, because I know that, you know, it's not like Rockhold was in camp and prepared for this, and this is Rockhold at its best. I don't even know how much he had been training, but Khamzat just handled him. Just handled him. And we know how good Rockhold is.
Yeah, very good.
Bro.
Listen.
The whole thing comes down to one factor. Can Chimaev sprint at maximum intensity for 5 full rounds? Because Strickland absolutely can. We've seen him push through absolute wars for 25 minutes straight.
And get the finish, and if he doesn't, how fucked is he?
He has no other way. I don't think I think take down and smash. That's what he wants. That's what he makes no, you know.
Yeah, you can't adjust
he's not
now.
disguising it.
You can't adjust now in the world championship fight. You got to just hit the gas.
I think instinct's going to kick in, and he is a sprinter. You know what I mean?
But that's the question: is can he sprint for 5 rounds? Because we know DDP can.
Right.
Him and John Strickland, they were ready to have heart attacks at the end of that fight. They were ready to have heart attacks. It's probably like the most elevated heart level we've ever seen in a world championship fight.
Getting his nose.
Pat Downey and other elite wrestlers confirm Chimaev's grappling is world-class. Brendan Schaub won't even spar with him in light training. That speaks volumes about the intensity he brings to every session.
Achieve a level of cardiovascular performance that's just above everybody else's, and then they maintain it. Like, they get that advantage, and then they keep pushing it, and they slowly keep adding onto it. Like, you're seeing Merab now.
Beyond grappling, Chimaev's striking speed is terrifying. That Gerald Meerschaert finish was picture perfect. Clean, technical, and straight down the middle. Strickland's chin is granite, but he's not immune to power shots.
You know, we were talking a little last night, and you know, Khamzat's a bad motherfucker. I don't know about his mind yet, because
this is the thing. This is what I was getting at.
Pulls out of a bunch of fights. You know,
Arman Sarukian, who also just pulled out of a fight.
Right.
But Arman Sarukian, but Arman said the problem was Khamzat overtrained for every fight, and he.
Here's the blueprint for surviving Chimaev. Accept certain takedowns, work constantly to escape, never accept defeat. DDP showed this against Whitaker. Just getting the takedown isn't enough anymore.
Come out the other side, and it's going to be a problem. And if Khamzat comes in, people are talking about him fighting at a slower pace. Well, that's not his style. And if he fights at a slower pace, I think that plays into Dricus's hands, because it will allow him to move forward and do and pressure him and things.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if it gets into deep water. That's what's going to be.
Gilbert Burns' world-class jiu-jitsu guard saved him from Chimaev's ground and pound. Strickland doesn't have Burns' black belt credentials, but his scrambling ability and grit could pose similar problems. The staph infection excuse from that Usman fight raises questions. Mental toughness matters, and Strickland excels at breaking opponents psychologically. He gets in your head and makes you doubt yourself. If Chimaev can't secure an early finish and gets dragged into deep waters, everything changes. Strickland gets more dangerous as fights progress, while Chimaev's reputation is more sprinter than marathon runner. So here's the reality. Rogan's kill prediction hinges entirely on a first or second round finish. If this fight goes past round 3, advantage Strickland. The cardio machine versus the explosive finisher. Who do you think takes it? Drop your prediction in the comments, smash that like button if this breakdown helped, and subscribe because this division is about to get absolutely wild.